everybody. Welcome to another Thursday night of festivities, sports, and fun, laughter, and you name it, we got it. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. If it's your first time, welcome to the channel. And we ask that you go over and you subscribe. And of course, you can go and share the live, comment, like, of course. If it's not your first time, thank you so much for joining again. But do remember to share, comment, like, and enjoy the live stream tonight. All right. Welcome, Wade. What's popping?
Hey, Sunset, I am good. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic.
Happy Sports
Fantastic.
Day.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I
It's
see it
sport,
I see it in your colors.
of
Are you in
course.
Australia right now?
I wish I was. I wish I was in Australia and South Africa at the same
At
time.
the same time, and then
Yes,
just hop over to Budapest.
of course. Yes, but it has been an amazing week for Jamaica and for sports on a whole. And of course, we have to definitely big up our ladies, the women. We are stepping out and we are making it known that we are here, and we're not just here because okay, we're ladies, we're in the house, we're cooking. We're showing the men that we can do it. And of course, we have to highlight the ladies, the footballers, the reggae girls. We have to highlight them and we have to big them up. Of course, the ladies netballers and footballers have been creating history all over, and we want to big them up. Definitely, we want to say congratulations, guys. We are proud, as a nation. You don't know, all up touch the wrong side of the flag. We are proud. We're proud Jamaicans. And we just want to say corporate Jamaica, support the ladies. Support, because we do realize that the men get more support than the ladies. You don't know, and we want corporate Jamaica to jump on board. We want the entire world, to support our ladies because they are doing extremely well. I mean, for both sports, track and not track and field, sorry, but football and netball. We are in the World Cup for netball and we're in the World Cup for football. And we have clean sheet, like, yo. Oh my God. I'm so proud of these ladies. Welcome, Davian. What's popping?
I'm here now. I'm just in time to hear you say support our ladies and call on corporate Jamaica to support the ladies. And I support and endorse, I full endorse that call. But I want to mix it up a little bit as well. I'm not just only calling on corporate Jamaica to support the ladies. I'm calling on Jamaica to support the ladies. When I say that, what do I mean? The last time the ladies played in the national stadium was literally empty. I doubt you could find 1,000 persons in there, right? The national stadium was literally empty, right? So I mean, support the ladies for corporate Jamaica. That's a good call. We want corporate Jamaica to come on. All of them who are there for come on. Everybody for come on. Sponsor a player. Sponsor a position. Something. Sponsor something. But also we have to look within ourselves. I know not if you take $1,000 and go sit down in the beaches and watch some female football.
That is
It not kill you.
That is true.
It not kill you.
That's a fact.
And I'm going to go further than that. I go further than that. Me I got to national trials. National trials was what, a month ago? Just about a month ago. Boom. I was inside the National Stadium on the free day. The day you did not have to pay to go inside the National Stadium. Free. And we could not muster inside the National Stadium, the Mecca, the Medina of Jamaica's track and field. We could not muster 10,000 people. And when I tell you that some of the best track and field athletes, some of the fastest men and women in the world was competing at the National Stadium. People in Europe spend money for stand up in the sun to see them people here. And when you look at some of the meets in Europe, 50, 60, 70,000 people spending money.
That's true.
Compete. And we here in Jamaica, we get it free of cost. Don't have to pay nothing. And we can't get 10,000 people inside the National Stadium. The bleachers empty. I don't understand
Well, I
that.
really hope
Support
that
for
will
the
change
girls, for the
very
netballers, for the track and field athletes, the footballers, the lacrosse team, the volleyball team, the cricket team. It starts with us. It starts with the people. You have to pack the stadium and show. Yeah, I say you have to pack the stadium and show the sponsor that they're getting value for the money. When you pack the stadium, the sponsors will come. So it starts with us. Let us look at us first, and then we'll talk about sponsors.
That is true. And I know pretty soon that's going to change. You know, well, I hope it's going to
Better.
change. Wade, anything you want to add?
Well, for me,
To our
it's
congratulations for
definitely
the ladies.
congratulations for the ladies. I'm a little disappointed, and I concur with what everybody has to say. I watched the Men's World Cup, and I can tell you that almost all of Jamaica was watching. There were flags all over. And now we have a team at the World Cup. I'm not seeing any flags. I'm not hearing anything from anybody. I asked my neighbor yesterday, actually, because she is a huge Brazil fan. And I asked her if at the Women's World Cup, Jamaica was to play Brazil, which they actually did, who would she support? And she said Jamaica, of course. And I flipped the question to ask her if it was the men, if it was the regular boys who were playing, who she would support. And she said she don't know. So therefore, if we could get the support that we give to Brazil, to Argentina, to some of the big teams, to our girls, it would really be helpful. But I'm happy for the progress. I am praying and keeping my fingers crossed that in their next match, in the round of 16, they can be successful and they can move on to say, hey, a country of 3 million people can actually do this. The Sunshine Girls, I've watched netball every now and then. The time zone is a little tricky right now in South Africa, but I'm up to date. I'm keeping up to date with what is happening. And I am happy to see where they are. I am hoping that we can break the spell. The last championship, we were at 3rd place. I'm hoping we can break the spell. And the next match, which is against England, will definitely be a test because they beat Australia to get to this round. We beat the defending champion right now, New Zealand, to get to where we are. So therefore, it is definitely looking good for the Sunshine Girls as well. But I want to shout out to Sunset, to the volleyball team as well, because we defeated Trinidad and Tobago in the finals. For the volleyball team, I mean, for a country that is built on tourism and so much beach and sun and so forth, I expected us to be up there with volleyball, and we are now hitting the mark. So congratulations to the volleyball girls as well.
Jamaica is blessed.
Yeah, certainly.
Yes, thank you so much.
Certainly, without a doubt.
And we're definitely and highly favored as well. For real, for real. For real, for real, for real. And I'm so happy to be a Jamaican. No one better than that.
Same way, so. Same way.
Come out in our colors. Debian, warm to your colors. Wagon. Wait, warm to your colors.
Purple today. Purple.
Fire.
Purple royalty.
Purple.
I didn't get the dress code, Sunset. I didn't get the dress code, so when we got to commercial break, I'll go update the dress
I,
and
I,
come back.
I apologize for that. Okay. I apologize for not sending out the dress code. I'm not sure what's happening, but it seemed like we're having a little technical difficulty because it's kind of lagging a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
realize
I'm not
that.
sure what's going on, but we're pressing on nonetheless. Um, so of course we big up the Jamaican ladies, and of course I have to say the ladies. We are setting the tone for the men to follow. Eventually they'll catch up. So big up my ladies.
Nah, sunset. No, but
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry, I forget I'm joined by two gentlemen. That's okay. I can defend myself. All right. We want to jump a little bit and talk about our junior athletes jumping over to become pro athletes. You know, junior athletes just coming out of high school, whether it's a grade 11, whether it's a upper six or a lower six, and not heading into whether it's a college or a university, but they're heading straight into the pro camp. What's going on? Because the latest I saw was Alexis James, and that's our silver medalist from World Under 20, and also silver medalist at the recent Carifta Games. We didn't see her at the national junior trials. Not sure if she was injured or she just ended her season early. But what's going on, gentlemen? Wade.
I mean, it's definitely a good look for our junior athletes to transition. Alexis James is very good potential. She is performing very well internationally as well as locally, producing very good times. I'm not sure if she's just going professional or she is going to study and go professional at the same time. But I think it's a very good look. What I realized a few weeks ago, I sat down and I was analyzing the sport, and I realized that with the crop of ladies that we have coming through right now, where we are, Jamaica is in a good standing for the next 20 years to be dominant on the world stage in any event that you put us in. And on the ladies' side, I mean, the men need to catch up, but on the ladies' side of the sport, for the next 20 years, Jamaica will be a force to be reckoned with because at all levels, I'm not sure if you realize, Sanzet, all the global championships at the
Yeah.
senior and junior level, the 100 meters and the 200 meters is held by a female Jamaican, a female
Yeah.
globally at the junior as well as the professional level. The one
The
and
senior.
200 meters
That's
is
what's
held
going
by a
on.
Jamaican woman. So good job for all the athletes transitioning into bigger camps. Let's hope and pray that they'll just keep safe. They'll adjust, moving on to the training, developing the regime. And next year's an Olympic year. After that, we have a World Championship year. So it's a good look.
Davian?
So first of all, let me say, let me be particular with Alexis James. I'm not surprised that she went pro, and I'm not surprised that she has gone pro with racers. Her high school coach is at racers, Coach Woolrich. So her going pro with racers didn't come as a surprise to me. I know for a fact that there were many collegiate programs who were pursuing her and wanted her signature. But because she can sprint and she can hurdle, lots of collegiate coaches wanted her to join their program. In the end, she chose to go pro. And let me say this: there's no problem. I don't have a specific problem with an athlete going pro. However, there are some serious pitfalls when an athlete leaves directly from high school and goes pro. I found over the years when they do that, there tends to be a situation where the athlete gets too much too early. And I know I've had this discussion with a lot of people, and them say, boy, they've been your bad mind, and they've been your this a yard, that a yard, this a yard, that. But it is something that is the reality. It is something that I have noticed. The youngsters, they leave from a structure in high school where they have dorm mothers and they have coach and they have manager and they have this and they have that and they have everybody over them watching them and making sure you go to training, you do this, you do that. And then they leave from that situation and they are now in a situation where they are solely responsible for themselves.
Yes.
And they are solely responsible for themselves in a situation where they are no longer the stars. They are now
Right.
at the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak. You go to an MVP as a at Clayton Twin or a Serena Co. You're not going to get the kind of star treatment that a Sharika and them is going to get. You're bottom of the totem pole. You're still paying your dues.
That is correct.
So there's a lot of pitfalls for them, and they you have to be of strong mind and strong conviction when you make that leap. Another thing that a lot of people don't understand and don't get is this. They hear that the athlete go pro and they think all of a sudden, oh yeah man, them get a big contract like Atafa, Yusin and Johan, them a make millions. Some of the amount that I've heard for some of these athletes who go pro, and I use, let me make sure they see the quotes, go pro, they go pro, but the money is not pro money. The money is not pro money.
I mean, they're just coming out of school, Davian. They're just coming out of school, Davian. They can't get pro money like that, man.
Exactly.
They'd have to
but that's the point.
They're not pro money.
They're not going to get pro money. They're not going to get big money. So they get a little bit of money first, a little development contract, a little something we can maybe put in our apartment and maybe buy a little something, right? And people think, oh yeah man, they make it now. So they don't get that kind of support. Because you're pro, you make money now, right? So they don't get that kind of support that they need. Them are pro, but them not make pro money.
Question though, David. Is that a failure on the athletes themselves, or is that a failure on the management team behind the athletes? Management.
I don't want to bash somebody in the night here. The scripture tell me don't bash somebody. But may I tell you, there are some selfish persons in the track and field. There are some selfish persons in the track and field. They know the youth them already. But because them can't eat a little food, them encourage you them to sign the pro contract. And people, I get busy I know when they might hear me I say them things here, but it's a fact. They know the youth them already. They know them are going to take another 2 or 3 years to be ready. And the best thing for them is to go to college and get that transition in college. Because a lot of people think that, hey, you go to college and not get no money. That's not true. You go to college, you do get a little stipend. And sometimes the stipend is even more than the pro money. People, that's so weird. Oh, Davian, we are talk. But here's the facts. When you go to college, the college provides you with a coach. You don't have to pay a coach. The college provides you with nutrition. You don't have to buy nutrition. And then they provide you based on your scholarship with a small stipend. When you work it out now as a pro and you have to pay the coach, you have to pay the manager, you have to pay the nutritionist, you have to pay for your nutrition, and you have to pay and you take all of that out of the little money where they give you. When left back is less than your stipend.
I get you, Davian, and that is a fact. But we're gonna jump on from here. But I mean, at the end of the day, we just want to wish these athletes all the best, and we just have to support them We just have to
Yeah,
ensure
man.
that we give them
Definitely.
their support and we stand behind them regardless. But we're moving on because we want to jump into World University Games that's going on. And um, based on knowledge, we have three athletes, that's there. I don't want to call his first name incorrect, so probably you guys can help me. But Golson, and we have Kai Chung.
KJ,
So we have
Catrian Goldstone.
Katrian Golson. He got a gold medal in the 100 meter. I saw the race and I was like, oh my God, go, go, go. Which is good. Congratulations to him. And Kai Chang, he got a silver medal in the discus. Congratulations to him as well. We have Michaela Moody. I'm not sure what she got in her particular event or if she has participated as yet. But let's dive into that I'm giving each person 2 minutes. Davian, your
but
2 minutes start.
we jump on quick. So KJ and Golson, I'm happy for him because what you know, KJ and Golson has been to two national championship or national trials finals, and in both finals he cramped up. The finals this year, many people were expecting him to be at least in the top six. At least in the top six. Top four, top three was a distinct possibility. Running sub 10 in the first round, 996 looking easy. A lot of people were expecting a lot of big things from him. But as I said, cramped up in the semifinals, and then I personally started to think, is this mental on his end? Because you got to two finals, and you cramp up on the two finals, then must start think about Asafa now, brother. Must start, I say, I'm not this Asafa. Before
Oh
they tell me this
no,
Asafa, I'm
oh
not
no,
this
love to
Asafa.
talk about
I'm
it.
just saying, I'm
It
just
can be
saying.
true, it can be mental.
Right,
It
right,
can be
right. So
mental.
I'm just saying, is it mental on his part? I was thinking about that. But after I watched the race, I said no, it's not. Because if you watch the race, the South African Maswangani came upon him at about 60 meters. And I thought at 80 meters it was done. I thought, well, Maswangan is come upon him now and he's going to go past him. But he found a little I don't know when find that gear there in the
Yes.
last 20. I don't know when find it, but
He
he
heard
find it.
Coach Wilson's
And
voice in his head.
yeah, man, him find a little extra, a little bit. And I think this is good for him. It's going to give him a lot more confidence. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does for the rest of this season and definitely what he does for next season. Because what has happened this season definitely should be a platform for him to bigger and better things. For Kai Chang, I'm just happy that Kai is out there and throwing. A lot of people don't know this, and they expect these young throwers to come through right away and start dominating the world. That's not how it works. The throwers take a little bit longer to mature to get stronger because their event is strength, not necessarily
Right.
speed, and strength comes with age. So they take a little longer. I know you guys talked about Ranjika Campbell last week, brother. I wasn't here, unfortunately, but Ranjika Campbell is the perfect example. He's 27 now and he's just starting to come through in terms of his performances at the shot put. And I think that is what's going to happen with Kai. He's going to need a few more years until he gets there, but when he gets there, he's going to be a 70-meter thrower. So continue, Kai. I'm happy for him. Keep on getting there, keep on practicing, keep on throwing. Eventually, the big ones will come.
Right.
Um,
All right.
it,
Welcome, Sidan. Welcome. Wade, take it away.
um, First, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm a little disappointed in the representation of Jamaica to the team, to the championship in Chengdu, China. A team of three, Jamaica bringing a team of three is a little shocking to me. I read the article where they were hoping for 12 persons and the number just trickled down until they got to three. Nonetheless, taking a team of three and getting two medals of the three, that is extremely well. I watched the race, Kadrian's race, and I am not sure what Davian saw, because for me the South African actually passed him, and he had to just hold his form and get himself back there. So therefore, for me, I'm really happy, because Sunset, on the previous podcast, I actually had him to come third at the national championships. He was in my top three
Yes.
for the 100 meters. So when I saw the race, and the time too showed consistency, so I'm really happy for Kadrian Golson. And I think, as you indicated before, this is really a motivation to go forward. Kai Chang has always been a seasoned performer. I'm not aware of any championship or any representation he has done for Jamaica and not bring home a medal. So in that regard right there, that is a different level of consistency. And we have to tap the man on the shoulder and congratulate him, continue to encourage him. When you look at the sport now, and you see that Jamaica has 3 men going to the World Championship in this particular event, we have to just look at it and say, okay, cool, his time will come. So it's just to
Yeah,
encourage him.
that's
And at
correct.
this rate,
Yes.
don't be surprised if he breaks up what we seem to have as a strong group of guys and actually put himself out there. Michaela Moody, it was really a bad race for her from the 100 meters. She barely made it to the second round. And from the second round, she did not progress onto the finals. But we have to shout her out as well. Great
Yeah.
attempt. Good representation from the team there in the championship. I think from an administrative perspective, J3s need to look at it and try to figure out exactly what's happening with our teams, why we can't get persons from Jamaica to the host nation for these championships, and try to figure out how is it that we bridge this gap. Because now it is kind of looking a little like we kind of don't know what we're doing. And that's not good for the sprint capital of the world. So for me, I would really hope that the administration from J3s can look into it and say, okay, cool. We need to come up with a proper protocol. We need to get someone in place who understand international travel, who understand requirements and entry requirements into these type of countries, to actually ensure that we can actually send a team to represent us, and a team that can actually have the opportunity to represent us well. Because I do believe if we had the opportunity to send more persons, we would have seen a greater medal haul and probably a greater representation for the country.
All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, gentlemen. The Pan Am Games is it. I think it starts tomorrow, and it starts tomorrow and it goes through until Sunday. So it's the 4th to the 6th, right? Yeah. The 6th of the best month, of course, Yes. So I just had to put that out there. Yeah, so the Pan Am Games.
I mean, for this one, Sunset, there's little that I can say because I've not seen a team. I have
I'm not
no
seeing a team
idea
as
who
yet.
is representing Jamaica at the Pan Am Games. So there is little I can contribute to this discussion and as it relates to the Pan Am Games. If I'd seen a team, then I would be in a better position to comment. I'm not sure if Davian saw the team and are
Davian, you got a list? You saw the list for the Pan Am Games? All right, Davian having some
Haven't got no list. Haven't got no list.
no list.
Well, at the end of the day, we know they're there. We know the athletes are over there. I know a couple of names, because and I know a couple coaches that are
So this
there.
is breaking news. Stanza, share the names, man. Breaking news.
Alana is there.
Okay.
um, I had a glimpse, but I've not really seen the list, because they were having some issues in, getting the athletes through. But I don't know about the final listing. But what I'll definitely do is once I get a hold of the final list, I'll ensure that I post it on my social media platform, or I can always just jump on a quick live and shout out the list. But to really discuss, we really don't have much. But at the end of the day, we want to wish these athletes all the best, because they're representing hashtag 876 at the end of the day. So we want to wish them all the best, healthy competition, and they'll get back home safely. All right. So
Certainly. Certainly.
We're on the road to Budapest. Guys, it's almost that time. I am so excited. You would almost think that I am an athlete and I'm going to participate. And then I saw the team list yesterday and I was between excited and then concerned and then, that kind of thing. But we're going to talk about some of the athletes that are going, and I want you guys to share, openly how you feel, your concerns and all of that. We're not going to talk about all the events. We're just going to jump on a couple of the events that are going to be happening there. But the national team, sorry, Yon is not on the team, guys.
I
Yon
mean,
is not on the
I
team.
mean, little surprise there. I mean, based on his performance at the championships, he wouldn't have qualified for any individual race. He came fourth in the 200-meter, running 20.35. The qualification mark is 20.25. So I wasn't surprised at him not making the list. I was thinking though that maybe place him in the relay pool based on his current form because he's consistently in the low 10 barrier. He has not broken the 10-second barrier all season, but he's very consistent low 10. So I was at least thinking that the possibility exists for a relay spot, but that was not on the cards. I'm not sure if what took place there, but I mean, it's a changing of the guards.
It definitely is. Definitely is. Because Rusheen McDonald is in the mixed relays.
Not a bad call. I'm going to be very honest, and I said it before. Not a bad call for him to be on the relay team. A lot of people are going to say, hey, he's the fastest Jamaican runner this season. Yes, but at the end of the day, when it came to crossing the finish line at the national championships, he was not at the starter's block. I'm happy to see Zandrian Barnes. When we just spoke about it,
Yes.
I said that he had a great chance of making the team based on the fact that he would have met the qualifying time and at the time was the third fastest Jamaican. Now he is the fourth fastest Jamaican. He was fourth in the actual race at the championships. And therefore, I think it's a spot well earned for him. It's a new experience as well for the championship. So therefore, congratulations to him. And Rashid will definitely give us a good leg in the relays. I hope he will be in both the medley as well as the actual 4x4. I believe J3 has made a good call on this one.
Yes, Stacy is in the mixed relays as well. But
Just a quick clarification here. Just a quick clarification.
sure,
So,
go ahead. Yeah, man, I'm hearing you.
Not
Yes,
hearing, not hearing Davian.
we're hearing you, Davian. Oh, we're not hearing you, Davian.
okay. So as I so the clarification is in regards to Zandrian Barnes.
Oh, he came sixth and not fourth. Yeah, I figured that. That's why I run back to check. So Zandrian was actually sixth and not fourth. Malik James King was actually
Yes,
fourth.
yeah.
Yes, I went back and did the checks. Either way, Zandrian would have at the time been the third fastest Jamaican. So again, I agree. It's not a bad call for Jace Reyes to choose him, um, being the top finisher with the qualifying time for the championship outside of the top three.
I mean, Taekwondo Tracy didn't make it for the 200, but he's in the 4x1.
Um, well, this is what happens, Sunset. If you're in the top 32 without a qualifying time, then World Athletics has to invite you
Yeah.
to the championships. We do not know if an invitation was extended for
Right.
anyone else. Quite honestly, I'm going to be very honest, Sunset, and brutal too. Being honest, when the team came out and I looked and I saw only two names on the men's side for the 200 meters, I was more than upset. Jamaica is known as the sprint capital. We have the world record holder at 200 meters. We have very good athletes who I think will do very good at 200 meters. To know that we only have rather two representatives representing Jamaica in the event, that is a little concerning for me. I know the guys don't run 200 meters that often, but I mean, it's a great event to run. I'm not sure what is the missed opportunity there on our path as a nation, but I was a little disappointed when I realized that only two Jamaican men would have qualified for the World Championships, and the time for the World Championship is not even a competitive time globally, because at 20.25, which is the qualifying time, you're looking at Noah Lyles, who is running 19.47. You're looking at Tobago, who is running 19.5. When you look at the Americans, they are consistently below 20, below 20-second barrier. So to not be able to produce a third man to run 20.35, it was a little bitter for me to see. And I hope come next year for the Olympics, we can be in a better situation when it comes to the men's 200 meters.
I hope so too. It seemed like we have lost Davian. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe some internet trouble, but I hope he gets back on. I mean, we're happy for the guys, that actually made the team, and
Certainly, certainly.
they would have gone out there and competed, in order to make the team. But for the 200 ladies, because it's not just the men, I noticed we have, apart from Sharika, Shelley, we have Natalia, we have Kevona, we don't have Thomas. You think
So
that
earlier,
shows
Sunset, I think on the podcast, shortly after the championship,
yes, we
I did
spoke
make the
about
comment
it.
that we are not sure of the status of,
Right,
I think her name is Lane. I'm not sure if it is Lane or Tavia Thomas, because she is actually a born American to Jamaican parents.
right.
And as a result, she would have had the option to run for Jamaica or the United States. And she has made the decision to run for Jamaica. Now, we saw this at the previous World Championship with Andrew Hudson. So I guess the
Right.
200-meter transfers have to wait out a year. We saw this last year.
Yes, yes.
She will have to sit out because the accreditation has not fully come through from World
Right.
Athletics for the change in status to represent Jamaica. And so it's just a little brush on the shoulder. I'm sure it will impact her this year because it would have been something that she would have prepared for. However, it is not to be this time around. Looking at her throughout the collegiate season, looking at what she has offered so far, I think she would be a great addition to our to our talented pool of Jamaican ladies. So by next year, everything will be locked, signed, sealed, and delivered. And
Right.
she will be out there running her in her black, green, and gold representing Team Jamaica. So
Definitely.
I am extremely happy for Kevona Davis. Kevona Davis
Definitely.
has been one of those athletes that I have been watching from her days at Edwin Allen, from her class 4 days. I love Kevona Davis. To see her making her first team, very good experience. I'm really hoping she can get a PB out of it. She has decided to return to university for her final year. This will be a very good experience for her as she return to school in Texas. Natalia White has been running very well throughout the season. She actually has been focusing on the 200 meters rather than the 100-meter this season.
Right.
And for her, that is definitely paying off that she has made the national team. Both myself and Davian had said it to her. Davian actually said to them, do not put up the spikes as yet. So therefore now they are on the team, and great pool of ladies. I mean, Kevona Davis can contribute to the 4x100 meter team. Natalia White can run a good leg because in 2019 she was there as well, running on the team that won the 2019 World Championships. So she's not lacking of international experience. So for Miss Thomas, it's definitely a sit out this year. Maybe she can call Andrew Hudson and find out what he did within the year. But it's just a small brush on the shoulder. Next year, I'm sure she'll be back and hopefully making it to the Olympics team.
All right, welcome back, Davian. So, I mean, we're going to move on from the national.
Yeah, man.
You have something to say, Davian? You want to share something?
No, I mean, I just came in on the conversation, and as Wade said, we had told the ladies, keep the spikes on, don't shut the seat down yet. So I'm happy that they did that, and they're now on the national team. Particularly happy for Kevona Davis, who it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, but it's here. And I think her next season is going to be a big season for her. Coach is not going to have Julian Alfred there, and Kevona Davis. Adeleke has gone pro as well, so Kevona Davis will be the top sprinter for the Longhorns next year. And I think with the extra attention that she's going to get with what she has learned this year, with her experiences going into next year, I think she's going to produce big times next year on the collegiate scene. Next year is also an Olympic year, so it's looking good for her, and I'm happy for her. I don't know if you guys spoke about Elaine Thompson Herah actually being on the relay team.
Not yet. Why you letting
Not yet? Oh God! But jump the gun. But jump the gun. Oh God, man. Let me put it back. Who names her?
But I mean, we can't even put it back, so might as well continue. Let's talk about Elaine being on the relay team.
Can't put it back.
Can't put it back.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. After the trials and the talk about her possibly shutting the season down and her not being on the circuit any at all, I was a little bit surprised to see her on the team. Was a little bit surprised. I'm not saying she shouldn't be on the team, because obviously we are talking about 10.54. If she wants to run, you're going to give her an opportunity to run. But
of course, we might just
let her run. So I'm happy to see her there. Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, once she's remained healthy over the last few weeks, she's going to get faster. She's going to be faster than how she was a month ago. And then you have Sherika in PB shape. You have Shelly, although coming back from injury, still looking in decent shape. And then you have the likes of Forbes and Morris and Kevona and Natalia. There's so much talent for you to choose from at that games. You think the coaches have a proper headache on how they'll set the team up and who will be the fourth person. But I forgot Brianna. How could I forget Brianna? It's too much talent. So it will be interesting to see how they set the team up and who runs where and what leg and so forth. But I think with Elaine there, if she's anywhere near her Elaine shape, it's going to be fireworks. You mentioned the world record. I don't think it is outside of the realms of possibility that they go at that record. Let me explain that for you. If it is a fact that Shelly doesn't double, and I still think it's a 50-50 that Shelly doubles. If Shelly is not doubling, Brianna I'm assuming is gonna run first leg, and Elaine only has relay duties along with Brianna. You're talking about a team
Fresh
of
leg.
ladies, fresh legs. The only person who will be doubling, if I'm correct in my assessments, will be Sharika. And Sharika has the capacity, which she has shown in the past, to run fast after doubling. Not a
And
lot of
Sasha
people in
did
the
it.
world can do that. Lots of people after they double, they're done, they're dead legs. Um, she has shown the ability to double and run fast. So I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking that they, if Elaine is in good shape, maybe 10 sevens, they can have a run at the world record.
If you take a look at the screen, people, Monique in the comments says, Brianna, Shelly. I don't know where I'm going to put either Shelly or Elaine enough. Second or third. Sharika anchor leg. It's a world record, people. We have a pot cover ready, you know. World record.
Yeah, man, definitely. I think with Shelley's knee.
Oh, we lost him. We lost him. We lost him. Wade, you want to pick it up?
So Sunset, I will definitely. I don't agree 100% with Davian, especially when it comes to the world record right there. Um, for me, Elaine Thompson Herah is a very touchy subject. Um, and I'm going to be a little candid when I speak of Elaine Thompson Herah. Um, a lot of people might not realize this. Elaine Thompson Herah is a national treasure, and Jamaica and Jamaicans need to treat her as such, and even with the respect that she deserves. I mean, the comments that I'm seeing across the sphere, it's a little too harsh and a little distasteful. As athletes, we have our A days, we have the days where we are down for a little bit, and we have the days where they are back on top. We
That's
have
true.
certainly seen it with every Jamaican athlete right across the board. The team came out yesterday, and by today there was an article about if she's ready, what is her fitness like, and so forth. Personally speaking, Sunset, and I've said this before, it is disheartened to see Elaine Thompson now at the place where, for a national team, she is only going to be chosen for a relay leg. And I've said it privately, and I'm going to go publicly with it to say, I I would not have accepted the offer, but I do believe that in the interest of the sport and for herself, it is not a bad opportunity for her to take up. The 4x100 meter team is one that any four women that we put together right now will be very strong and very hard to beat. No doubt about it, no question about it. Any four women we put together right now will be very strong, very hard to beat. I mean, if you look at the world junior record, it is not way too far from the world record. And those are junior young ladies who none of them has yet gotten to 20 years old. We have women who are running very fast and running very well. And for some reason, when Jamaicans get a baton in their hand, they put their best foot forward. When it comes to the team itself and running at the championships, I expect that we will be very competitive. Are we in 40.8 shape right now? I am not sure. I'm definitely not sure. It is really on my hopes that we can get close to the world record. But I really believe that the world record should be reserved for Paris. That's just my personal view. I think the ladies should practice going around with the baton right
No man.
now. And when we get to Paris, with
No,
the
no, we
standard
want it. We
okay,
want it in Hungary and we want it in Paris. We're hungry for it in Hungary and we want it over in Paris when Elaine ready for the road.
well,
We,
I
we,
agree.
we
I
break it
agree.
again. We break it again in Paris.
When
We
you say
break it again in Paris. Strike
break
while the
it this year
iron
and
hot.
re-break it next year.
Yes, we break it
Yeah man.
again
I
in
mean, you
Paris.
said that the team. Yeah, man. You said that the team is strong, and I completely agree with you. Earlier in the year, we heard talk about the Americans and them are going to bring this and them are going to bring that.
The
There's
Americans
no
are coming,
team that
sir.
Jamaica should fear.
The Americans will definitely come in.
Oh, you find out.
They will.
You
They will.
find out.
They will not pass
All
that
right,
British
hold on.
team. They
Hold
will
on,
not
my
pass
hot
that Britain team.
hold on, my hot analyst, because the chat
You
is
find
getting
out.
very hot over here too. Welcome, Tammy Bailey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. If it's your first time, just go on over there, go subscribe, share it on all of your platforms, tell everybody to come over. Thank you so much for joining. Tammy was asking Monique, so who will be in the heat, right? So Monique said everybody else apart from Shelly, Sharika, and of course Elaine, right? So we yeah. All right. So Wade, Monique say you're raining on our 4x1 world record parade. We want all the records, but most importantly, we want to win.
Amen.
Welcome, Roger Hines. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Roger says Elaine may go through a patch, but she can surprise many. I believe and I agree, Roger. I still consider her the queen of 100-meter sprinting. You hear that, Wade? And she is still the fastest woman alive. Amen. We're snapping to that. So respect Elaine. Of course, definitely, definitely. And of course, I mean, I am happy. I am happy because in my heart, I was really hoping and praying, that she would have, you know, go to Budapest. And when I saw the list with her name, I was very excited.
I mean, Sunset. I mean, some of the concerns that are out there within the public sphere are genuine concern. We have not seen Elaine run since the national championships. Nobody knows the shape or what she's in. So some of the concerns about what leg she would be able to contribute to the team are genuine concerns. However, Elaine Thompson will perform. She will deliver.
She's a team player.
She is a team player. She
Yes.
will perform. She will deliver. And I'm confident that she will show up to the starter and she will give her very best to ensure that we will cross that line in first place. No doubt about that. Irrespective of the form that she is in, she will show up and she will deliver.
Yes. And that's what I love about these athletes. No matter what they're going through, once they hit the circuit, especially in their colors, it's like we're now a family. So let's just get the job done and go home. And we appreciate all our Jamaican athletes, of course. Tammy says, um, I must respectfully disagree. Shelley and Fraser Price is the sprint queen. All right, Tammy. They're all queens, of course. They're all queens. And we're going to move on. We're moving on. We're moving on to something fantastic. Fantastic. But guys, before we move on, I want to remind you that this week is the giveaway week. And we're giving away 2 credits, right? We had 1 500 and one what? 500. So it's 2 500.
Is it
Wade
two
had
500 Sunset?
Wade had promised.
I promise a $500
Right,
credit.
right. So Wade had promised to give away $500 tonight, and I am giving away $500. So that's 2 $500.
Is it gonna be
Right?
quick fingers?
Huh?
Quick fingers?
No, they're gonna ask questions. We're gonna ask 2 questions, and we want the answers in the comment. So you have to be on, you have to subscribe, you have to be sharing the live or sharing the channel. Ensure that you like the videos and ensure that you're watching them, because we want to grow. We want to grow, and we can only grow with your help, people. Right? So sorry, Davian, you can't win any of the credits. We're sorry.
Jesus.
Can't win any as well. So ensure, guys, that you're on the live so you can, once we give out the questions, I don't want anybody DM me in whether Facebook or Instagram. You have to be on the live to comment your answer. All right, so it's 500. Whether it's Digicel, hashtag Digicel, hashtag Flow, whatever you use, you just let us know and we'll send the credit to you. All right, so we're moving on, guys, and remember to subscribe. If you're here, share it with your family and your friends, because of course, like I said, we want to grow. All right,
So
so
that
we're
was the
moving on.
question.
You're going to give the question in about, after we talk about the 800, you're going to give the first question.
So you threw me on the spot, so.
It's not throwing you on the spot. You knew that.
All right, no
So
problem.
we're going to be talking about the 800. Let's talk about the female 800 because it should very well be interesting in Budapest. Very, very interesting. Because I saw an article,
Yeah, man.
thankfully,
All right.
and
So first,
you're talking, Davian?
yeah.
Go ahead.
So we heard, I think a couple of days ago, that the defending champion, I think Mo, might not turn up for the 800. I think that opens it up. It opens it right up. Many people would think that after I think Mo, probably Keely Hodgkinson would be next in line in terms of being a favorite. However, what we saw recently was that Mary Mora actually defeated her, and she defeated her not running super fast, but being strategic in her race plan. And I think if we get to the finals, I'm expecting a strategic race. And if we get a strategic race, then a Jamaican, Natalia Gould Topping,
Yes, I'm
may
waiting for you
just
to say
be
that.
able to sneak a
To
medal.
get a medal.
To
Yes.
sneak a medal. And
You're too
listen,
late to say that, Davian.
for Natalia, my greatest fear for Natalia, hold on, man. My greatest fear for Natalia would have been Atingmu and Keely Hodgkinson getting into a speed fest, a 155, 154 run off, and Natalia going with them and burning up in the final 200. That's my great. I go to bed and have nightmares about that. I think with that thing move out, it's going to be a strategic race between Mora and Hodgkinson. And I think once it's strategic, it's going to bring it back into the range of a Natoya Gold, probably a 157, 156 race. And in 156, 157 race, Natalia Gold is going to be there and thereabout.
I'm not sure what's happening with Davian tonight.
Internet is bad.
Yeah. So Sunset, before even the announcement came out on my sheet, I had the 800-meter as wide open, even before I think more came out. And the reason why is because I've not seen I think more over the season. She has run one 800 meters, and that was in New York where she ran 158. I like Keely Hodgkinson. I've always liked Keely Hodgkinson from her collegiate days. And I think she's a great athlete. Her coach is very good too, a former world champion in Jenny Meadows from the United Kingdom. I think Keely Hodgkinson is in very good shape. So far this year, she has run a PB. I think her second race this year, she has run a PB and a new national British record of 155. Yes, she was beaten by Mary Mora. The challenge with me for Mary Mora, though, is I don't think she handles the rounds very well. Keely Hodgkinson is a seasoned campaigner. She was second at the Olympics, second at the World Championship. She knows how to handle the rounds. her coach was a professional athlete running the 800 and 1500 meters. So that kind of opens up the entire conversation about Mary Mora. She is the second fastest in the world right now at 156. So therefore, you can't rule her out, especially coming from Kenya. The recent Diamond League saw Jenna Ricci, who is the Olympic bronze medalist, actually coming out and pulling off a major win, upsetting a very good field that included Mary Mora and Natalia Gould-Toppin. So therefore, now this race just kind of really just opens up in a different way. It will be extremely competitive. It will be a tactical race, but it will also have a lot of foot speed, because in order to get rid of a Natalia Gould, you will need to run. To get rid of Mary Mora, she tracks the first 400, but she comes on with a fire at the last 400 meters. You will need to actually run this team out of her on the last leg. Jenna Ricci, who is coming into form, she knows how to finish a race very well. You're talking about Nakai of Uganda. When you're talking about the final 200 meter, you're talking about Raven Rogers, who did very well at the United States trial to come through. It is not just Natalia Gould that we have in this race. We also have Adele Tracy, and she is proven to be a very strategic 800 meter runner as well. What we have is what is an open race, a very good lineup of ladies globally, and our ladies are competitive for the top three. Now I have to agree with Davian. I have cursed my TV so much time to see Natalia Gould at major championship going out and becoming a pacemaker. And I've said it for the longest while. Natalia Gould needs to sit in the field, stay out of trouble by staying on the outer part of the lane, because she's very small. I don't know if a lot of people has met Natalia Gould. I've met her on a few occasions. She is very small and tiny. Yeah. She needs to stay on the outside lane, stay out of Nakai's way, because all the championship that she and Nakai and Nakai seem to find a way to beat her up. Stay out of Nakai's way, and on the last 300 meters, she push and try to go for it. I've seen her run a few 400-meter races this year, which tells us that she's working on that speed, and she knows that 800-meter. It is a great potential for Jamaica to pick up a medal, but I'm going to be a little bit more personal and say I don't want Jamaica to medal. I want Natalia Gould to medal, because that girl deserves a medal around her neck. I want Natalia Gould to pick up, and for me, I want this. I don't remember who would have watched the 1500 meters at the Olympics. It was a race build up for Faith Kipyegon and Asifan Hassan. If you remember, Laura Moore came through and took that silver medal. With an open race, anything is possible. If Natalia Gould keeps it on her head on, don't be the pacemaker. Come on, competitive within the last 300, we can possibly see a gold medal or a silver medal. But I'm putting her on the podium, and I'm praying about it.
I've said that a million times. Every time I've been asked about it, I've said it. Not in the words that you've said it, Wayne, but I've said it. Natalia needs to be strategic in how she approaches that race. She has to realize that, hey, listen, I'm not going to beat these girls running 154, 155. If there's a medal to be won at 156, then I need to be in 156. It makes no sense to try to go there and run 154 when you're a 156 athlete. So run your 156, and if 156 gets you a medal, it gets you a medal. If 166 gets you 156 gets you out dip for a medal, it gets you out dip for a medal. At every championship, I've seen it over and over again, where she goes out and tries win the gold medal and beat everybody in the first 400 meters, and then burns up in that last 200. I don't want to see that again. Set your pace, set your stall out. No, it's 156 I'm running, and go out and run 156. I tell you, 156 can win. 156 can win. But 156 is not going to win if you try and run 154 and burn up and run 158. So go out there and exactly. No make no sense to try go beyond your abilities. Know your abilities and set your
Yes.
style out to meet your abilities. If your abilities
Right.
put you right there, then fine. And I think 156 is going to get her a medal. So go out there and try run that 156. Go out there and try run the 156. It will get you a medal. Makes no sense. You go out there, try run 154 or broke the world record and then end up run 202. No make no sense. That no make no sense. Set your
Certainly.
style out, know where
Well,
you are, and hit that mark.
well, what we have seen on the circuit so far, Davian, is showing that she's actually listening to us because I'm not seeing her going out and pushing the pace anymore. She's
She's
sitting
getting
in, and on the
mature.
final lap, she's slowly moving up, and hitting at 2:53 to go.
Maturity kicking in and more experience. So she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. Tammy says, Mary is a fresh foot and we need to stop getting excited about the fresh footers. Experience is what will win.
Mary's a African. Mary's a African. And Mary's very good friends with Faith Kipiegan because last year Faith Kipiegan ran the 800 meters at the Kenyan trials so that Mary could qualify. So therefore, do not underestimate Mary more of a no circumstance. The thing is, she has just not gone through the rounds before and successfully done so. But she's also maturing. She's falling in love with the event. She likes the challenge. The thing is, she is going to try to run track 400 and try to run a 400 meter. And I do believe that the ladies will have a little gap there for her to make up to try to run them down. Plus,
as you remember, Mary is coming from the 400. She was as a junior, she was a 400-meter athlete. So the 800 is kind of new to her. So she runs it the way you describe, which is to track the first 400 and then sprint the final 400. I think for me, if the girls play into that, if they play into that, like Savakili Atkinson, Nakai, and everybody else plays into that, they're going to play into the hands of Natoya Gould, as I said. Go out there, set the style, know your marks, know where you want to be at 200, know where you want to be at 400, know where you want to be at 600. Set out your style and run to that. Don't let what Miramore and Atkinson and all of them doing affect what you do in that race. Run your race.
Right.
Pretend that nobody else is on the track and just run to that. And wherever that puts you, that puts you. Don't go out and run Miramora's race or Nakai's race or Atkinson or Raven Rogers or none of them. Run your race.
Right, that's true. All right. I think Tammy was asking, who does Natalia has to train with? Who is her rabbit for her races? I mean, I'm not sure who is in her
I
camp.
mean, she trains in a camp. I think in the United States. Her camp is in the United States. If memory serves me right, she does train with one of the good 800-meter runners from the United States. Her camp has some 800-meter runners in it. But we
Yeah,
can
man.
definitely check and run back
We
next
can
week.
definitely check and
I can't remember the exact camp, but you are right. I can remember vaguely seeing her training with one of the top 800 girls. So she has a pretty good camp.
Oh
Yeah.
no, she trains with the Clemson University team where she went to university, and they are known as one of the middle distance school in the United States. She trains with Clemson University camp. Her camp is at Clemson.
So we're going to do some research and find that out so we can share that next week. Monique says, I hope she's not using lane 1 in practice, but lane 2, which is where she needs to position herself.
That's right, Monique. That is certainly right.
All right. So Wade is going to go and throw the question. He's gonna put the question in the comment section, as well as he's gonna read the question out.
Then who tell us to subscribe, Sunset?
Excuse me? We know you subscribe. All right. In the meantime, Tammy says, I have seen this for more than, what? I've seen these, I've seen this for more than years. These things always prove itself. The underpinning, of the rounds is what we'll win. All right, Tammy. So we're definitely going to look out for this 800. It's in our book. And we're definitely, when we're doing our post Budapest, we hope we have you online so you can talk about it. All right, Wade, where's the question?
I thought you said to put it in the chat. I'm typing it in the chat.
In the meantime, read it so at least they can hear it. And
Okay, so the question is, which year did Jamaica's women first won the 4x400 meters and which city?
that's easy, guys. Easy like cheesy. That's so easy.
Hold on. It was at World Champs or Olympics?
Yes. At
World
the World
Championships.
Championships. I
Yes.
just edited. So post it in chat now, Sunset.
Yes, please.
So you can read it from the chat. Remember, you're a teacher and you're wearing your glasses.
All right. So the question for $500. Remember, guys, you have to subscribe to the channel. You have to be sharing, right? And please remember to like and comment, because you're going to have to comment your answer. Which year did Jamaica first won the women's 4x400 meters at the World Championships, and where? For
What city?
$500. I'm sorry? So remember, post your answer. I almost want to tell you guys, do not use Google, but then again. All right, so for $500, take it away. All right, so we're going to talk about the men's 110 hurdles.
Sunset, you choose a whole heap of big
Hold
event
on.
tonight, man.
Hold on. Before we go to, because we spoke about the 800 women, I just feel like I want to talk about the 800 female, the 800 male. Sorry.
Hold on. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I almost miss. I have to miss the people's champion. The people's champion. The San Diego man. Navasky Anderson.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. Navasky Anderson has a story to tell, He does. He came into the year with personal best national record, 1 minute 45:02. 1 minute 45:02. Got hurt early in the season. Could barely walk, basically. Could barely compete. And many people thought, well, that's it for him. Came to NCAAs, didn't do well. Came to national championships. He ran must have won 146 or something. But up to probably 2 weeks ago, many people had written him off. He had made the qualifying time, and he was not in a qualifying position. He's ranked, or was ranked, outside the top 100 in the world. Not top 50, but top 100. So there were 100 odd people ahead of him in the rankings. And he had no qualifying time. Excuse me. He ran at a meet on the last day of qualifying. 4 hours before qualifying ended. And he ran 1:44.70. Let me tell you, had he ran 1:44.71, he would not have been at the World Championships. He would not be there. And I'm going to tell you this, based on what I'm seeing, dark horse. The world right now, in terms of men's 400 meter, I'm saying 400 meters, 800 meters, is not where it was when we had like a David Rhodesia and all of them, dropping 141s. I don't, it's not happening. The 141s are not happening. right? Might get a 142, but I'm suspecting 143 will win. And here's why I'm saying that though. Navaski Anderson, as I said, 146 at trials or 140 something enough at trials. I'll have to look at it, but he never run quick.
I'm going to check it. Continue talk. I'm checking it.
Yeah, man, check it, man, check it, man. Come then, drop him sees his best to 145.7. And then, like a week and a half later, he's down to 144.7. The man is rapidly improving.
Yes.
He's healthy and he's rapidly improving. I would not be surprised to see Navaski Anderson at the World Championships running a 143 low and snatching a medal. It sounds crazy to me, a madman, but I've always said when people are improving and improving rapidly, you don't put a cap on them, you don't put nothing on them. And this is a youngster who believes in himself, who believes in his ability. So I'm not going to put a cap on him. I'm going to allow him to do his thing. And if he gets down to that 143 low and snatch a medal, all the best for him. He's worked for it. Through adversity, was not camp star, was no big star. When he got Jago, as a matter of fact, when I asked the Jago man them, when he first burst on the scene, and I asked the Jago man them, who this youth? Half of them not even did remember him.
Wow.
147.67, Davian. 140
what?
147.67.
Navaski Anderson got medal. Don't talk.
I mean, Sunset, we spoke about the men's 800 meter last week, and I did say to you that if Jamaica was ever going to make it on the stage for the World Championship, it would be Navaski Anderson. At the time when we spoke last week, he was ranked 78 in the world.
Yeah.
With the same 145. Then I am here scrolling through my social media, and boom, it pop up national record for Jamaica, 144.70. And I'm like, okay, 144.70, what we are talking about? And boom, it is Navaski Anderson that we spoke about. He went to the World Championships last year and made it to the semifinals. He was coming off a stressful collegiate season where he ran quite a few races. He won at the collegiate and did very well, breaking the national record at the time. Now we're looking at somebody who is coming back. We have to keep Davian coming back, Sunset, because he knows the backstory. I never knew that Navaski Anderson was injured before in the season, mid-season. Now he is back, and the man is now running 144.70. Put 144.70 in context. Put 144.70 in context, and what you're talking about is that is one of the fastest time any Caribbean man has ever run. We are talking about a time that has placed him well up in the top 10 on the world rankings right now. So therefore, it is not outside of the realm of possibility that Navaski Anderson can go to the World Championship and pull off something that no one expected. It will be hard for Navaski Anderson to beat those Kenyans because, especially when you talk about the former world junior champion who is running very well, you're talking about some very good persons who are there. I think the 800 meter is going to be a big toss-up, especially for the Kenyans because they are looking good. They're consistent. The defending champion Korea, who is always running and coming, he's unpredictable and you can never rule him out. And he has not looked very well throughout the season. However, we are seeing an opportunity here, not just for this championship, but also for Jamaica on a whole. For the longest while, Natoya Gould was the only person who we had running anything over 400 meters. I mean, back then we had Marjorie Hyman going over the hurdle, the steeplechase. We had some very good women representing, but on the men's side, we have not gone this distance. Now this young man has come and he's saying, hey, I am not only motivated, I am determined. And that's what I see when I look at him and I look at his race. I saw some snippet of the race and he knew that he had a goal in mind and he worked towards that goal. 4 hours before the cutoff time to make the championship, and the man got there and not only make the championship, running a national record, and he looked like he could offer a little bit more. For me, it's a great feeling. I am happy to see where he is, and I'm encouraged. I'm hoping the Kimar Farkison can come through, the Tyrese Rodens can come through. I'm
Yes.
hoping that we can see a growth in this area, because it is one that we have the potential to actually challenge the Africans in and get on the podium for our names to be talked right across the board.
You
Congratulations to
know,
him. Congratulations on the national record. And I know he will actually deliver come World Championship.
I believe so.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Man run 147 less than a month ago, right? 147. We're gone over into August, but it's not quite a month, but 4 weeks ago. 147. And now he's at 144. That's a 3 second drop in a month, 3 seconds,
When you're
And
hungry
remember,
to go to hungry, that's just what you got to do.
he was injured. He was injured. He didn't even compete at SEC because he was injured. As I said, he couldn't even walk. He's healthy now and putting in the work. And I'm watching his times. Every time he competes, he runs a season's best. Since trials, every time he competes, he runs a season's best. So I'm watching this man and I'm looking at it and I'm looking at his rapid improvement in times. And I'm thinking to myself, why would it stop at this point? Why it gonna stop now? And I know there are things that are there. You talk about periodization and peaking and all, but that goes out the door when you talk about what you just talk about, which is the man hungry. He's very, very hungry, he's very determined, he's very motivated. So anything is possible. And then the next thing about it, because he's been injured all season, he hasn't had the kind of workload that he had last season when he's running indoors, outdoors, upside down, side to side, back and forth. He's had a relatively quiet collegiate season, so he doesn't have that load coming into the championships that some of the other athletes will have. So I'm looking at him and I'm just excited to see what he's going to do in another 3 weeks or so.
Yeah. All right. I think we have a winner. Wade. Roger says it was 1983 in USA. Roger, no, sir. Wade said no. You don't know nothing about track and field, Roger. But of course, 1983, it's a good year. It's a good year. Good year for things to happen. But no, that's not the answer, Roger. Go again. Share it with your friends and see if they can win the credit and share the credit with you. All right?
Guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to jump off. I didn't realize it was going to be so long. So I'm going to have to leave you guys for today.
Okay.
So I look forward to seeing you. Yeah, man, look forward to seeing you guys next week. Just send the link and I'll be here. Definitely with me. See you guys.
We appreciate you so much, Davian, and thank you for joining. All right.
No problem.
Wade, I'm just going to jump on just one more event and then we cut off. And I really, really want to talk about this event, and that's the hammer throw.
The hammer throw. You mentioned the hurdles, the 110 hurdles, so definitely we'll push that to next week.
Yes.
The hammer throw is turning out to be a pretty interesting event. We have a Jamaican qualifying for the event, which is the very first time in history. We have Nayoka Clunes qualifying with 71.18. I mean, it's below the qualifying standard, but she is in the top 32 in the world this year because the qualifying standard is 73.60. So she is well below the qualifying standard. When you talk about the hammer event, you're really talking about the United States. You have Brooke Anderson. She is throwing 80.17. That's her season's best so far this year. You have Deanna Price of the United States, also 78.18. You have Cameron Rogers of Canada. And those women are the women who would have qualified at the previous World Championships. They are informed. They are at the top of the list right now. However, what this is doing again is opening a door. I mean, I'm sure when a lot of Jamaicans hear about the hammer, we are really talking about a lot of people thinking the actual hammer are thinking about other things. But this is a really good event. It is one that Jamaica has women who has the build for. And it is one that if we have the coaching and with the right preparations, we definitely can do well in as it relates to the hammer. I am proud to see her there. I'm hoping that out of the event, she can come out with a PB. If she can move that 71.18 up to a 75, a 76, that would be very good. If even a
Yes.
73 PB, very good. Congratulations to her. That would put her on the road to qualify for the Olympic Games because a lot of people might not know this, but the qualification for the Olympic Games has started. So the minute the World Championship qualification window closes, the Olympic Game World Champion, the Olympic Games
Games
qualification
qualified.
period
Yeah.
opens. So therefore, anything above what the current standard is, the 73.60, would actually put her on the road. The experience, one thing a lot of athletes get from a major championship is experience. Once you get a taste of that global event, it positions the event in a different light. And I do believe that this experience will help her. She'll go back to the table, look at what is happening, do an assessment with her team, and prepare to actually go forward. Congratulations to her for making it to the national team for the World Championships. We are expecting great things. And I am over here in the comment section cheering her on because anything that says 876 black, green, and gold, I am all for it. I will be cheering her on and hoping for the best, hoping that she can make it out of the qualification pool. She can make it out of the pool into the qualifiers,
Yes.
get to the
Yes.
finals where she will have at least the first three attempts to make it into the top eight. Everything is possible at a championship.
That is correct.
Nothing is out of the realm of possibility. So I'm happy for her. Congratulations. And just go out there and do what is possible.
Because Tammy says she is promising and she has been watching her since her high school days.
Well, let me put something else out there, Tommy. She is not only promising, the entire national team that we are sending to the World Championships is more than promising. I don't know if a lot of people realize it, but this is the complete changing of the guards. I did some math. I'm not really a mathematical person, but I like statistics from time to time. I did the math, and the average age of the Jamaican team going to the World Championships is actually 24.5, almost 25 years old when you add up everybody on that team, the age group. That is something that is a great feat to be sending a young team to the championship.
Yeah.
A lot of persons, it will be their first time there. Knowing Shelly and Fraser Price, she will definitely be the mother of the team, trying to encourage everybody. And with that bubbling spirit, she will do very well. I hope the guys will sit down and have her fix our wig on them because the last person
Yes.
she fixed our wig on won a gold medal that a lot of people didn't expect to see. So therefore, I know she will encourage the team. Rashid Dwyer, who has been a season campaigner for us, I'm having him as the father of the team to encourage the team to go out there, do well, do their best. And I'm just expecting great things from them.
Yes. Indeed, Wade. I see Roger trying for this credit in a man. Roger says it's is it 2015?
It is within the 20s, but it is not 2015.
We're giving you one more shot, Roger. Cause we see where you're. Oh man, we see where you're trying. We're giving you one more shot before we close the show, right?
It is in the 2000s, but it is not 2015.
And I was hoping to give away two, but we can't even give away one. Tammy, money,
Maybe the question too hard.
you done? You don't want to give it a shot?
Say Tommy saying, Lord, give him man.
We want him to get the correct answer. One more shot. You're very close. You're very, very close. We're counting down 10 seconds. 10. 9. Again, Wade, in the meantime, I just want to thank you again, for jumping on board, and just being here, making yourself available. We have what, almost 3 weeks to go?
Yes, certainly.
Or 2 weeks, 2 Thursdays to go before the World Championship, So we're going to be here. We're hoping that as much as possible, we can have live updates on our social media platform. We want you guys to go over. We want you guys to subscribe to the channel. We want you guys to follow us on Instagram. That's Sanzi_lifestyle. We want you to follow us on Facebook, Sanzi Lifestyle Media. All right. And of course, we want you to stay tuned on YouTube. Go over to our Twitter page as well and make it active,
Our Twitter page, our X page.
Oh, that's what it's called now. Yes, X page. Our X page. And that's Media Sanzi. So remember, guys, we're gonna be here next week. So go ahead, share with your friends. Let this vibrant live session go viral. Share it with as much persons as you can. All right. Roger, you want to give it one more shot? No, Monique, you're wrong. Monique says Helsinki 2005.
Closest answer.
Roger, all right. This is what I'm going to ask you to do, Roger. Monique, you're getting very close. Oh, no, weird. Okay. Monique, you're very close. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do, Roger. You can still give it a shot. All right. You can go follow us on Instagram.
Hey, Monique working,
Yeah, man, she working. No money, no. Too far, no.
Monique, you're going in the wrong direction, Monique. You're going in the wrong direction.
Go follow us on Instagram, Roger, Sanzi_lifestyle. And once you get the answer, you can DM over there or you can make the comment over here. Once we see where your answers
so the first person who posts the correct answer on your social media platform tonight, we will send them the credit. Cutoff time tonight.
So cutoff time is at 11:59 p.m.
I appreciate how Renee stayed out of the chat and ensuring that she doesn't put the answer out there happy she's not participating to try to steal the credit. Big up Renee. She is not able to be here tonight, but big up Renee.
Hi, Renzi. yes, she's unable to be here, because of work duties. But thank you, Renz. All right. No, Roger, keep checking. Remember, you have until 11:59 p.m. All right. So thank you again, guys, for joining. I really, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining. Join us next Thursday again, same time, 7 p.m., where we talk Road to Budapest. We're gonna have credit giveaway again. So make sure you are on, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're sharing the platform, make sure you are liking, commenting, and all of the good stuff. All right. Thank you again, Wade, and have a good night.
Peace out.